So first I want to say welcome and thank you for taking time out of your afternoon to attend Texas DPS Credit Union's 70th Annual Membership Business Meeting. My name is Kendall Payne and I'm the Marketing Manager here at the Credit Union. And before we begin, I'd like to go over a few housekeeping items for today's meeting. All participants will be muted during the presentation. You can adjust your audio settings by clicking on the audio setting button on your device. If you are unable to hear the meeting through your device's speakers, you can dial in via phone. Today's meeting will be recorded and available for viewing on our website in the coming weeks, along with a copy of today's presentation materials. We will have a question and answer session at the end of the meeting. Please feel free to submit questions at any time using the chat box on the bottom of your screen. Questions relevant to the entire membership will be answered live, and those that pertain to just one individual will be addressed after this meeting via email. So now I would like to introduce today's speakers. We have David Uten, Donna Sauls, Paul Jordan, Michael Black, and Cassie Sass. I would now like to welcome David Uten to the podium to begin the meeting.
Thank you, Kendall. Welcome to the Texas DPS 70th Annual Business Meeting. My name is David Uten. I'm Chairman of the Board of Directors, and at this point in time, I will call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum and for today's meeting, and I'm going to appoint Kendall Payne as recording secretary and Bob Gadberry as our parliamentarian. And I just want to say that I'm just one part of a very dedicated board of directors and other volunteers that work with Cassie Sass, our CEO, and the outstanding employees of the Texas DPS Credit Union. I do want to take the opportunity to introduce you to the board of directors. We've got Donna Sauls, who's our vice chair, Paul Jordan, secretary, Michael Black, treasurer, Joe Morris, board member, Rhonda Lawson, board member, Kent Radney, board member, and also present today is Bob Gadberry, who is an advisory board member. And we're missing actually one of our associate board members, but we have two, Juan Rojas, who is walking in the door right now, and David Palmer, who is unable to be here today. So on the screen, you should see a copy of last year's 69th annual membership meeting minutes. A copy of the minutes was provided prior to the meeting via email and is viewable on our website. Is anybody aware of any corrections to the meeting minutes? If you are aware of something, please right now enter your comments or questions into the chat box on your screen. We'll wait here just a minute, see if anything comes in. You've not seen anything? Okay. Since without any corrections, the minutes are approved. If you are in the process of sending in something in the chat, we will certainly take care of it once it comes in. So we do hope you like the new format of combining our membership appreciation day and our annual business meeting. We did this hopefully to encourage better attendance at both events and also give you the ability to meet and visit with the board members, credit union officers, and the credit union employees. We know that your credit union, or we want you to know the credit union is sound financially. And we're continually striving to increase our membership and add new products and services that can assist you in reaching your financial goals. This includes not only the various account types, but our loan products and credit card, which now includes enhanced. We have enhanced savings accounts and reward credit cards. And if you aren't already doing so, we encourage you to go to the website and check out all of the educational information that is available there. I also want to thank you for sticking with the credit union. We know that there are a multitude of financial institutions that are vying for your hard-earned dollars, but please remember this is a member-based organization and everything we do is done with you in mind. So thank you for sticking with the credit union. At this time, I would like to welcome our Vice Chair, Donna Sauls, to the podium to present this year's audit report.
Thank you, David. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I will present this year's audit report. The credit union utilized the support of an independent auditing firm, Harold Antow and Company, to ensure the effectiveness and of internal checks and balances, adherence to established policies and procedures, and the overall safety and soundness of the credit union. The other supervisory committee audit conducted by Harold Antow and Company as of December 31st, 2023 indicated that the overall records and operations of the credit union were found to be in good condition. Based on the information gathered from the auditing firm and the internal audits, it's the board's opinion that the credit union is financially sound and the interest of its member owners are being well served. I would like to now turn over to our President and CEO, Cassie Sass, to present this year's President's Report.
Thank you, Donna. And welcome, everybody. It's so nice to have you guys back in the room. I hope you're enjoying the format and putting the member appreciation together. I can see you are with our meeting. So let's get started. But like I said, I'm Cassie Sass, President and CEO of the credit union, for those who may not know me. I'd like to welcome you to the 70th annual business meeting, and I appreciate each of you taking time to join us today and for taking an interest in your credit union. 2024 was not just another year for the credit union. We celebrated a significant milestone in our journey. It was our 70th anniversary. It was a momentous occasion that filled me with great pride in being a part of. 70 years in business is not a long time and not something that a lot of businesses can withstand. Last year was a time to reflect on the unwavering commitment of our founders, the staff and the volunteers that have come before us, and the remarkable impact that we've had on the lives of our members throughout the state of Texas. Texas DPS Credit Union has always been more than just a financial institution. We are your financial partner, a source of support, and an organization that truly cares about you and your family. Our vision to educate, enhance, and empower is an unwavering belief that guides us each day as we walk with you through the stages of your life. Because of our cooperative business model, we're able to return profits to our members in the form of competitive rates, new products, enhanced services, and additional points of service to make it easier for you to reach your financial objectives. As we embark on 2025, we stay focused on our commitment to serve you in this community. We heard you on what your needs are, and we are working hard to meet those needs. A few of the products and services that the credit union is currently working to implement are real-time payments and funding options. That's being able to do those external transfers that you guys have all asked for. Contactless debit cards. We currently have those implemented with our credit cards. For those of you that have the credit card, we're now working to implement those on the debit card portfolio. A new loan origination system, making it more convenient, easier, faster for you guys to obtain credit and borrowings when needed. And then a Roundup savings program. So when you swipe your debit card and you make your purchases, rather than them asking you to donate and round up to the nearest dollar to multiple organizations, you can round up the nearest dollar and deposit into a savings account for you. So an easy way to start encouraging that savings without seeing it. You know, it's just set it and forget it. And before you know it, that starts to multiply. So it's a good product, and we're excited to bring it to you guys. As we continue to face change and uncertainty in 2025, we know that these changes may present unique challenges for our members, and we promise to continue to listen to your suggestions and feedback and explore the best ways to support you as we take on these challenges together. Know that Texas DPS Credit Union's Board of Directors and our management team remain committed to protecting your assets and to helping you achieve financial success today and in the future. Before I close, I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank my board of directors and my staff for their continued commitment to our vision and to the success of this credit union. And of course, I would like to thank all of you for your continued partnership, your trust, and your support. DPS Credit Union is your credit union, and we are here to serve you. We wish you all a healthy and prosperous 2025. At this time, I would like to introduce Michael Black, our board treasurer. He is going to present this year's treasurer's report.
Thank you, Cassie. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Black, Texas DPS Credit Union Board Treasurer. Texas, the state of the credit union is strong as we continue to withstand the prevailing challenges and volatility from the current market. Last year marked another solid financial year for Texas DPS Credit Union. With a healthy balance sheet and income statement, we ended the year with $98.2 million in assets, which was an increase of 1.32% from the previous year. Our member shares remain strong at 86.6 million. Although we did see a small decline of 4.24% in our loan portfolio, borrowers continued to struggle with the ability to repay loans due to the economic conditions. And we saw an increase in allowance for loan loss of 12.64%. Despite the increase, the credit union's losses were well within the expected tolerances of 0.56% lower than our peers. And the loan portfolio continues to perform extremely well. The credit union is well capitalized at 11.5%, and this strong capital position allows us to balance member needs and financial stability. As rates remained elevated during 2024, the credit union was able to increase our loan interest income by 6.88% over the previous year. And our investment income also rose by over 47.91%. The credit union's investment portfolio continues to provide strong returns while maintaining low risk, safety, and security for the credit union. Many members continue to take advantage of the higher deposit rates and invested in share certificates throughout 2024, which drastically increased our dividend expense by over 93.39%. Despite the increased expense from our cost of funds and provisions for credit loss, the credit union was able to add over $734,000 in net income. This addition is an increase of 8.6% over 2023. I am proud to report that the Texas DPS Credit Union continues to thrive and provide valuable financial services to our membership. In 2024, we experienced membership growth and are looking forward to continuing the growth throughout the state of Texas. Currently, we have over 40% of our members outside the Austin area, and we will continue to look for ways to best meet their needs as well as those who live in Travis County. Texas DPS Credit Union is healthy, and your credit union remains committed to continued safety, soundness, while seeking to enhance the value of your membership. We look forward to another great year in 2025. I will now call Paul Jordan to the podium to announce this year's elected directors.
Thank you, Michael. In accordance with the bylaws and election procedures of the Texas DPS Credit Union, the nominating committee, comprised of David Uten, Donna Sauls, and myself, notified the board of directors in November of 2024 of the two candidates up for election to serve a 3-year term. The nominating committee's candidates are Joe Morris and Rhonda Lawson. The nominating committee sent out communication to the membership in January about the nominees submitted and advised of the petition procedure to add candidates to the ballots. As there were no candidates added by petition, the two candidates represented by the nominating committee are hereby elected to the board of directors. We thank Joe and Rhonda for their continued service. I now welcome David Uten back to the podium to cover any unfinished or new business. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. At this time, we do not have any unfinished or new business, and so we're going to move on to a question and answer session. Those of you who are attending with us online, feel free to use the chat box at the bottom of your screen to ask a question. As a reminder, if your question pertains to membership as a whole, we'll answer it now. If it only pertains to a person individually, you will get an answer, but it will be done after the meeting, probably next week via email. So, but also, those of you who are in attendance today, do y'all have any questions for myself, Cassie, any members of the board, et cetera? Yes, ma'am. Up right behind you. I'm sorry.
Roundup savings program. So when I swipe my debit card at HEB. Yes. And it's $50.50. I can take that extra 50 cents and put it in my savings.
Yes, and it'll happen automatically, so that way, you don't see it, you don't think about it. And so hopefully that helps kind of accumulate some of that savings, because more and more we're seeing now where people do struggle to save. Prices are so high on everything, and so we thought it was a good time to implement something like that. I've used it other places and it's successful, I think you guys are gonna like it.
And for those of you who are attending online and may not have heard her question, she was questioning about how does the Roundup Savings Program work. For example, if she's an HEB and her bill is $6.50, will it round up to $7? And that additional 50 cents goes automatically into a savings account for you. And that's how it works. There's a lot of organizations that do that, and I think it's a pretty good program. So, yes, sir.
I had two questions, but I noticed a contact debit program she had up there earlier. I read that if you use that or the tap, it may not close your account when your transaction's done. Is there anything to that? I'm sure.
It may not close your
Yeah,
account.
you may leave and your account could still be.
Still be accessed in the system where you tap.
Yeah.
From my knowledge, it's the most secure way to do business now is with the tap, because they've enhanced the security to where every time you do the contactless, it's not reading the information off the card like it used to where the plastic can be duplicated. You're getting an electronic number for every single transaction that you actually that goes through the system. So I've not heard anything come forth about somebody of it leaving something open to where someone was able to obtain any information or anything.
That's just what I read. Sometimes.
Yeah.
And
for good, maybe they changed things.
Yeah.
From somebody who's recently had another card,
Yes.
actually two, that have been hacked. My one from the credit union was not, thank goodness, because of the security procedures we have in place. But I had two other credit cards, and both of them recently got hacked. They were both hacked through me inserting the card in a card reader, which I no longer do if the contactless option is available, because as Cassie and everybody else has told me, that is the most secure way to use that credit or debit card. And of course, the debit cards, that's coming on the debit card.
One other thing.
Yes.
Is there any consideration about two-step verification when we sign in?
Yes. Oh, sorry. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about that one as well. That is one of our projects that we've got going on right now. With our online application, that is definitely a concern for us too, because everybody's going to MFA, to where you're getting that multi-factor and you've got to get authorization on your phone. And so we inquired with them about that, and it's a feature that they're implementing and they're rolling out this year. So we're in line. It's just whenever it comes to our turn, but yes, that is definitely coming. We want to secure as much as possible with the multi-factor.
And I would like to go back to the security feature of the credit cards right quick. For those of you that have a credit card with us, or maybe even your other credit cards, there is a feature you can activate, which I have since activated, where every single time a charge is made on any of your cards, or we'll stick with the DPS card, every time either I or my wife or somebody makes a charge on that card, I get instantaneous text on my phone. So I no longer have to wait for some fraud center to look at a charge and say, that doesn't look like something David would buy, you know, or we don't think David is in Paris right now, you know, or whatever. So it's a really nice security feature that I have activated on all of my cards. So anytime any of my cards are used by anyone, anywhere, I get an instant alert on my phone.
So you can
And
do that online, you set that up?
yeah,
Yes,
you can go online, access your credit card.
yep, I was gonna say, if you go online or if you go through the mobile app, either way, and you click on the cards function, it's one of the features of the cards that you can turn on.
And that is an excellent feature. Yes, ma'am.
Just kind of a follow-on to the security situation. I've heard that there are devices out there that can read your numbers if you don't happen to have it in a secure, like, if you don't have it in a secure.
Well, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
RFID protection, I think is what it's, you know, like my wallet personally, and my wife, she carries her credit cards in a little small folder, both of which have what's called RFID protection that prevents someone. Now, I think it's pretty rare, but there is technology that exists that someone could get close enough to your credit card that they could read it. So, like I said, my wallet has the RFID protection. She has a wallet that she carries, so it would be, it's pretty rare to have that happen, but it could happen. So if you have that capability to protect your cards, that'd be another little bit of security. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
There's a
Oh, there you go.
folder that you can carry
Yeah.
your credit cards in. And that one's from REI,
REI,
but a
okay.
lot of places sell them.
And that actually, and that does prevent what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's, I don't know what RFID, I've heard it, but this
Radio
does-
frequency identification or
Uh-huh.
something, I think.
It's the same concept that they have built into those individual
Okay.
sleeves. They'll build it
Well, this
into a wallet.
prevents reading.
Yes,
Correct.
yeah.
Okay.
Prevents anybody from being able to read your card, to have one of those readers. Any other comments? Thank you, sir. Okay, Kendall, are you seeing anything on the chat?
Nope, we're good.
Okay, anybody else before I close things out? Okay, if not, and we have no questions coming in, then I'm gonna wrap up the meeting. I want to thank you all for your attendance today, and your continued loyalty to the credit union. I mean, we only exist, because of you. And so whether or not you've been a member since 1954, when the DPS Credit Union actually started in a cigar box. For those of you who remember the old cigar boxes, it actually started with a few people over at DPS headquarters, and that was their safe, I guess. I mean, that's where the cigar box is how it started. But here we are 70 years later, still in business, still going strong, but that's only because of you. So, and somebody like Kathy and our employees, but, and the board members, of course, I want to recognize them as well. But anyway, on behalf of the staff, the board members, et cetera, I wish you a happy 2025. Thank you for being here today, and I'm going to hereby adjourn the meeting. Thank you.